Hi, welcome back to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Phan. In this segment, I am going to show you how to make lemon blueberry loaf cake, which is a delicious summer loaf cake that I think goes really great with tea or coffee. And a lot of times I think when you go to Starbucks or any of the other coffee shops and stuff, they'll sell loaf cakes, but I think this is infinitely better because not only is it homemade, it's really fresh. Blueberries and lemon, a perfect combination. And this lemon right here is actually something that I grew in the backyard, so it's organic, and it's actually really big and humongous, but you can use this type of lemon. I have a really interesting lemon that I haven't tried before. It's a pink lemonade lemon. So we can try that out and see how that turns out, but I think you can use Meyer lemon or any other type of variant of a lemon that you can find. And this recipe calls for 1 cup of blueberries. It also calls for 1.5 cups of flour. It also needs 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then you also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then you also need 2 eggs and 1/2 cup of oil. First, I'll show you how to make the buttermilk because that takes about 10 minutes for the acid to react with the milk. And while we're waiting for that to get happy and all buttery, milky, we'll put all the other ingredients together. And here is how you make buttermilk. Completely simple. You would need 1 cup of milk. Into that, you can either add 1 or 2 tablespoons of vinegar, white distilled vinegar, or lemon juice. I have vinegar because I think it reacts a little faster, but you have your choice. So do 2 tablespoons, and that's buttermilk. And this is a great way to make buttermilk for whenever the recipe calls for it, because I know it's not a very common ingredient that you would have all the time, and I hate buying things just for one use. So I think you will have milk in your refrigerator very readily, but buttermilk is a different story. So this is a cheat way that allows you to have buttermilk whenever you need it for just the right amount that you need it. So we'll set this aside. Next, we will zest our lemon. We need 2 tablespoons of it. So now that you have your lemon zest, what you're going to do is combine it with your sugar, and you're going to press it together to really get that sugar to infuse with that lemon zest and really bring out that citrusy lemon taste. So basically you're just going to press it together so the lemon zest really gets flavored throughout. It's so fragrant. This is just kind of an extra step that really makes the sugar and the citrus stand out. Next, it also calls for 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, then we do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We'll give that a light whisk and mix it together. Okay, to this we'll add the sugar. And then now we'll add our wet ingredients, which will include 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of oil, vegetable oil, 2 eggs, then also 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, it's a really juicy lemon. Okay. Scrape the seeds. And you mix this together. Then our buttermilk is ready now. So you only need about 3/4 of a cup. And now you combine the wet and dry ingredients together. And to this you add 1 cup of blueberries. I prefer fresh. You can use frozen, but I think fresh is better. I've had some people say, like, you know, you can coat the blueberries in flour so that it doesn't sink, but I've never had a really big problem with that. So we do 1 cup of blueberries, and I save a few to stud on top. Make sure it's well incorporated, but don't be too hard on it so it doesn't break the blueberries. And then what we'll do now is I have here is my loaf pan. We're going to spray it with nonstick spray. Okay. And then you will pour Okay, so we'll put this in the oven for about 60 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean. And in the meantime, I'll show you how to make the icing that goes on top, and it's going to be really good. And while we have our lemon blueberry loaf in the oven waiting for it to be done and all delicious, I'll show you how to make a really icing that goes on top of it. And I actually think that this blueberry lemon loaf by itself is really yummy. If you want to take it to the next level and add the icing, it's your prerogative, but I think it's a really good icing. But you can leave it if you want it to be a little bit healthier, because obviously more sugar equals more calories. But okay, what I'll do is I will cut the lemon. And here I have half a cup of confectioner sugar. And this is a pink lemonade lemon. We'll test it out and see how it goes with this. It's just so beautiful. So that's all that it takes to make the icing for this dessert. It is literally just confectioner sugar and lemon juice. And you're looking for a consistency like this, where it'll drip like this. This will coat your lemon loaf cake really well, and it'll be a nice topping for it if you want that extra sweetness and sourness kick to it. I have a mango tea. So fragrant. Now our blueberry lemon loaf is all done, and we did the toothpick test and it came out clean. And we wait for it to cool down, and then we will remove it from the loaf pan, and then we'll ice it, and then we'll cut it. So what you want to do is loosen it up. And you can see it's like the blueberries are oozing out of there. It's so delicious already, I can tell. Okay. We'll flip it out and then flip it over. Okay, okay, yes. It smells ridiculously good. Okay, so now your icing, you want to just mix it up. You're going to drizzle. And voila, this is your lemon blueberry loaf, iced. It looks and smells delicious. And we're gonna check to make sure that it tastes delicious too. So what we'll do is we'll cut them into slices. Oh, yum. Delicious. This is our perfect afternoon tea snack. Cheers. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's try a piece of this. It just looks so good and it smells so good too. And I know it tastes good too, but I'll double check. That is divine. It's sweet, but it also has a really bright lemon taste to it. The blueberries are so juicy, it's like oozing out summer freshness. It's so delicious. I could eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea. Perfect. That is a great little snack that was really easy to make. You can tell everybody everything was homemade, even the buttermilk. Hopefully you'll try this at home. I think it's one of my favorite loaf cakes, and I think it beats any of the stuff that you buy at the store any day. Take one more bite. Yum. And that does it here for us on Phantastic Feast today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions or comments or even suggestions, feel free to email me at phantasticfeast@gmail.com. Until next time, thanks for joining us.